Hello there, my name is Shan Young. I am a multi award winning entrepreneur, a published author, and international speaker. And I wanted to share my voice on what Juneteenth means to me alongside the GTEx community. So, Juneteenth means to me, first of all, I want to respect that it must have meant so much to the slaves that got freed finally in Texas after all that time, right? But to me, it feels like another rebranding of slavery, which have happened time and time again. So, have you heard of the story 40 Acres and a Mule? I bet you've all heard of that, right? So, I want to share where that story came from. So, on the battlefield in the Civil War on January the 16th, 1865, William T. Sherman made a special field order, right? And the idea in this field order was massive land redistribution. And it actually resulted from a discussion with Sherman and the Secretary of War, as well as 20 leaders from the Black community in Savannah, GA. So there was another part to this order. Section 2 proclaimed that this land that was to be redistributed was to be safe. And so the soldiers were going to protect this land and protect the freed slaves in it, right? So that they get a chance to build their life, okay? And you remember this is 1865, right? So 40 acres and a mule. The mule was a second field order later because there were so many slave families wandering around the battlefield free but had nothing. And so soldiers were giving mules to people. So they added the mule onto the 40 acres. The land, the strip of land, was 400,000 acres, right? That many, that much given to the freed slaves. This is, we're talking about St. John's River in Florida, we're talking about Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia Sea Islands, and so much of land, okay? And but what happened when Lincoln died was it was overturned. It was taken. So I want you to question, where would the black community be now if their ancestors had owned that amount of land instead of living years of redlining, mass incarceration, no funding if for education, and black fathers predominantly being killed off, leaving black women to raise children in these conditions? Where would the black community be? Where would they be without the constant narrative that has been fed to this world that they're, or people with mixed ethnicities are intellectually inferior or incapable of self-governance, which was one of the reasons that 400,000 acres was taken away from freed slaves, right? Where would they be if the political elite in this world would engage in serious conversations with them, not whitewashing conversations, not like at the moment we're seeing so many more black faces in media, but are you looking at the companies behind them pictures? Are you looking how white the company is? Okay. So ask yourself, where would the black community be if they had been given compensation? They, the white slave owners were given compensation. In fact, the was it the British gave 20 million pounds away in the 1800s in compensation to white slave owners. Can you imagine that long ago? One set gets given a ton of money, one set gets completely depleted on all levels and given nothing, not even any land roots, nothing, not even a mule. So we have to let go of racism. I want equality in the systems for women as well, because Martin, is it Martin Luther King? Yeah. He said that the black woman is the most unsafe woman in America, and I believe so in the planet. Now, The Black community has told us a million times what they need, and thank God they are not asking for the financial refund that they should be due, because I don't think any country in the world could handle financially paying that back. They're not asking to be, have revenge for trauma through the centuries and rape, depletion, and everything I just said, right? They just want equality. Why are they still asking? It's 2021. If Juneteenth means anything this year, guys, it means that every one of you people that's in a position of power in a company, stand up, stand down, and replace yourself with a person from the Black community who is ready to lead. That's my challenge. And that's what Juneteenth means to me. Love you guys.
Audio Jungle.